Trump has been in the news for decades, beginning in the 1980s when he bought the old Commodore Hotel in New York and revamped the building to become the Grand Hyatt. This purchase started his prominent role in the business world. In 2004, he became a celebrity figure with the launch of his hit show, The Apprentice. He has appeared in TV ads and is a frequent guest on late-night talk shows. He appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman 21 times between 1993 and 2015. Trump is now getting media coverage because of his decision to run for president of the United States. Not only is Trump running, but he is also doing very well in the polls, which has surprised many, even Trump himself. The 2008 election is considered the breakout election for social media and political campaigns. This election saw the use of social media platforms in a way that no other election had before. Candidates created Facebook pages to connect with voters, and Obama even had a page with information similar to that of a normal profile, giving Americans a look into the candidate's life. Facebook was the main platform used in 2008, but the rapidly growing Twitter leads many to believe this social media site will take over as the main way for candidates to connect with voters. Trump has used social media to build his personal brand for many years. His most notable social media engagement is on Twitter. Trump has been an avid Twitter user since 2009, posting outlandish material to entertain his 5.5 million followers, which is more followers than any other candidate. Trump uses this media platform to engage with followers by commenting on popular celebrity gossip. He famously touched on the Rob Pattinson and Kristen Stewart drama in 2012. Interacting in news that people care about brings Trump close to his constituents. By commenting on celebrity gossip, Trump makes himself a relatable candidate. Trump also uses Twitter to comment on political issues, often trying to discredit the media and politicians. He has tweeted about the Obama administration and the president himself on multiple occasions as shown in this screenshot. As explained in the Iyengar text, the number of individuals who are confident in the media is declining and the number with hardly any confidence is rising. By speaking his mind, although it is not always appropriate, Trump has sparked the interest of viewers who are tired of scripted and untrustworthy news sources. Trump also uses Instagram to voice his unfiltered thoughts about the election process and the various candidates running in this year's race. His most common Instagram posts are videos targeting political figures like Hillary Clinton and journalist Megyn Kelly. One of Trump's most notable moments in the media was when he refused to attend the Republican presidential debate in Iowa because Megyn Kelly was one of the 3 moderators. He received a lot of negative media coverage for this decision, yet he was still in the media. Whether it is positive or not, it seems that Trump is always a topic of conversation. Trump believes Kelly asked him unfair questions and thus refused to attend the debate when she was once again named a moderator. Many believe this decision actually gave Trump more media coverage. Multiple media outlets questioned him about his decision not to attend, and he also got to skip out on being directly questioned about social issues that he was under scrutiny for. Even Megyn Kelly addressed the decision on her show, The Kelly File.
Just 48 hours before the final presidential debate before the Iowa caucuses take place and 6 days before those votes are cast, Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump now says he will skip the Fox News Google debate. Welcome to the Kelly File, everyone. I'm Megyn Kelly.
Trump again sparked the media's attention when he took to Twitter and Instagram to voice his opinions about Megyn Kelly. He tweeted this image of Kelly with the caption reading, "And this is the bimbo asking presidential questions," and posted the following video on Instagram.
Megyn Kelly's really biased against me. She knows that, I know that, everybody knows that. Do you really think she can be fair at a debate?
As displayed by the previous tweet and Instagram video, this candidate attempts to gain media coverage by being out of the ordinary. He states that he does not prepare for political debates, which makes it intriguing for viewers. People want to see unfiltered, unscripted talk from politicians. By stating that he does not prepare for debates, Trump draws viewers in. Some may be watching to potentially see him fail, while others are looking for a new voice in politics that is not regulated by political correctness. Either way, Trump is drawing a crowd. He wants to be viewed as an authentic person, a kind of individual he believes is absent in the American government. In a press conference, Trump explained that he does not prepare for debates because he simply is who he is.
As far as preparing for the debates, I am who I am. I don't know. I've never debated before. I'm not a debater. I get things done.
The candidate also discussed why he does not prepare for debates on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. The interview is a funny approach to a common journalist's question. It has a fun twist to it and is entertaining to watch. Positive media coverage such as this helps boost a candidate's rating. Coverage from talk shows is positive media coverage and helps boost a candidate's ratings. The laid-back interview style of the late-night talk shows humanizes candidates and makes them more relatable.
You don't have notes? You just go out with no notes? I mean, do you know? I mean, do you just make up stuff? I mean, just like, how do you remember numbers? How do you remember stats?
You know, I'm blessed with a great memory, but it's very interesting. When I speak in front of large crowds, if you are reading a speech, it's much easier, but you don't get the reaction. We would not have 20,000 people in Dallas, as an example. You don't get the reaction. A lot of people watch it was live. When I did Alabama, and it was really it was like a love fest. If you're reading, or if you have teleprompters, if you have a teleprompter, or in any way reading a speech, or even looking down all the time at notes, you're not going to get the reaction from the crowd. So I go out and I really, it's a riskier proposition, because when you read, you're not going to make any mistake, other than stumbles, but you're not going to make any mistake. When you do it just off the cuff, now I know what I'm going to say, but it's a riskier thing, but it's a much better, when you get it right, it's a thing of beauty.
Trump has received both positive and negative coverage from traditionally right-winged media outlets as well as more liberal sources. However, overall the media coverage of the Trump campaign and the candidate himself tend to be more negative. The elected president and the media tend to go through three distinct phases, starting with the honeymoon period, where the media and chief executive have a cooperative relationship. Once the president begins making controversial decisions and implementing new policies, the relationship with the media begins to dwindle away. Although not elected, it seems as if Trump is skipping the honeymoon phase and heading straight to a rocky relationship with the media. In his defense, studies have revealed that presidential news and campaign coverage are becoming more negative with time. He's upsetting both liberals and conservatives, and many do not know how to react.
What is happening, in my opinion, is historic. One man standing up against the establishment of both political parties and the politically correct orthodoxy of those parties and the national media. And they can't stand it.
As exemplified by the previous clip, Donald Trump is stirring media attention simply by being non-traditional. This is the entire focus of his campaign, and it is doing a great job of getting him into the news. Trump has landed himself in the news for various different things, including his hair. There has been a lot of talk over whether or not the candidate's hair is real. This image was taken at a South Carolina rally when his hair was inspected and deemed to be in fact real. Trump's unfiltered comments land him in the news quite often. His constant efforts to go against traditional ways of politics and his disregard for being politically correct make him stand out from other polished politicians. His extreme solutions to the nation's problems also result in media coverage. He proposes solutions like building a physical wall to keep out Mexican immigrants and banning all Muslims from entering the U.S. While some support these decisions, others are horrified. Despite his unconventional ways, he is ahead in many of the polls and has been winning in the primary elections. Candidates who are ahead in the polls tend to be under more scrutiny by the media. As a result, almost everything the candidate says is examined, most notably his comments about women. Trump has received a lot of backlash for his sexist comments. As noted by Megyn Kelly in the first Republican presidential debate, Trump has referred to women as fat pigs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Social media gives candidates direct access to the public as well as the public's wallets. In the 2012 election, the Obama administration sent over 1,700 emails, which resulted in raising $600 million for their campaign. So far in this election year, Trump has raised $27.3 million, putting him in 6th place. Hillary Clinton holds the first spot with $188 million raised. Trump has often stated that he funds his own campaign. He does to an extent, but he also receives donations. Trump's wealth comes from his business deals, which have started to struggle due to his unfiltered approach to campaigning. Corporations including Macy's, NBC, ESPN, and NASCAR deserted business deals with the candidate after he made a comment about Mexican immigrants being rapists. Although there has been a great deal of media backlash, Trump has not wavered in his approach to his campaign, and despite loads of negative coverage, his approach seems to work as displayed by his primary election wins. Trump may be negatively speaking out against the media, but he is definitely their focus. He has gotten more coverage than any other candidate and was named Media King of 2015 in a CNN article. He continues to insult various ethnic, political, and minority groups while still gaining support along the way. His approach has helped him thus far, but only time will tell if Trump is ready for the White House.